Hello, welcome! This is Sam of Sam Bookery, and today I've got another free printable project for you guys. It is from my new collection, Tea Time, and we are making this cute little envelope journal. We're also going to do a sneak peek preview of the sketchbook from the Tea Time collection. I'm not going to do an instructional tutorial video on this because I've already done several and it's the same way, but I wanted to show you what was in this one. So if you are interested in learning how to make this cute envelope journal, pop over to the link in the description and grab your free copy and make it along with me. This is such a fun, cute little project. Super easy, doesn't need very many supplies. You can get it done very quickly. Makes a great Happy Mail gift too. So let's get started. Okay, I've got everything printed out. Before we get to the envelope journal, I just wanted to do a quick preview for you guys of my Tea Time sketchbook. I won't be doing a separate video tutorial for this because I've done several tutorials on how to put together these sketchbooks. So I didn't think we needed another one. It's exactly the same method, but I did want to show you guys what's in this one. It always looks nice to see what the things look like actually printed out on paper. So here, this will be the cover of the sketchbook, and these are journaling cards. And in the sketchbook series, you don't have to back anything. So I just print the cover and the cover lining on cardstock and the rest on regular paper. Here are the little pockets. It's got some French script on it. This is pretty much the only place I add a little bit of design and color because the rest of the sketchbook, I want you guys to be able to add your own color into it. And then let's see here. We have got the pages. I did a set of blank pages for you. And here are the sketchbook pages for this kit. So Tea Time is tea, teapots, lots of roses. I just love roses. I put them everywhere. And just kind of like a nice garden, relaxing afternoon tea and a rose garden kind of theme. And then here are the color palettes I made for this one. And I print mine out on super nice Epson premium matte presentation paper. So that's why the color looks super strong and vivid. It's expensive to do that, so I don't do it for all my junk journal printables. Just for these because I wanted the colors to come out clear. It works on regular printer and regular paper too, but I'm saving all of mine. I'll show you. I cut them out from all of the other kits and I save them as like awesome color palette references when you don't know like what color do you want to use in whatever project you're doing. But yeah, so I picked 4 different color themes on this one. This is kind of like the main colors in the kit. There's lots of pinks, some deep teals, and it's just some warm earthy colors. But I did a couple different variations for you guys, and especially like an all blue and neutral one, just in case you wanted to do something a little different. So those are in the sketchbook kit for Tea Time. Here is what you need to make the envelope journal that we're doing today. You want to print out the envelope twice. We need 2 of them. I only put the file in there once because it's the same file, but hit quantity 2 when you print out the envelope and print 2 of them out. I printed mine on regular paper. I use 32-pound paper, so it's pretty sturdy. But I didn't use cardstock because I thought about it. Most envelopes are not made of thick cardstock. They're made of thicker paper. So I'm going to try it like this. It will probably work with cardstock too. All I have is like the heavy 80-pound cardstock, and I thought that'd be a little too thick for mine. So printed these 2 out. Here's what I printed on the back. I did do the same on both of them. So you need 2 of those. Here are the journal pages. You can print as many of these as you want. I just printed 1 for this demo, but depending on how many pages you want, just print multiples of this one as well. And I backed this one with this kind of grid print. Actually, it's supposed to be like a lattice, like a garden lattice. And then these are the journaling cards, and this is the one I printed on cardstock. So, because journaling cards, you want something a little stiffer for when you're slipping in and out of pockets. And I backed this one with this print as well. So that's all you need to print out, but don't forget 2 of your envelopes. I'm using a few simple supplies to make this project. A pair of scissors, my art glitter glue, a bone folder, my little mini scoring board, and a corner rounder. So let's get started. We just need to cut everything out. You can use a paper trimmer or just a pair of scissors. And I do link to my most commonly used supplies in the description. of the video, as well as there's a link to my full supply list on my website if you guys ever see something you want to know more about. And those are like Amazon affiliate links. I feel like that's like the easiest way to organize all of my supplies, is into different like lists on Amazon. Helps me keep track of them. But it does give me a commission if you guys pay any or buy anything off of one of those links. A very small commission, I must say, but I do get something. So just to let you know, it doesn't cost you guys anything. And honestly, it's just the easiest way for me to organize things and keep it off of my own personal Amazon account. All right, I'm gonna trim that off. This is getting cumbersome. All right, so we're gonna cut out both of the envelopes, and these are actually going to be the cover of our journal. And you've probably seen a lot of these tutorials on, you know, making junk journals or junk journal supplies using just regular envelopes. But I didn't know if you guys had regular envelopes or if you had the correct size for what I wanted to show you. So that's why I just went ahead and made the envelopes part of the printable. And in that way, you don't have to take time trying to make a plain envelope look pretty. It's already pretty. All right, so there's the first one. I'm gonna cut out the second one and be right back. I have both my envelopes cut out, and now we're gonna go ahead and fold them into envelope shaped. I'm use my scoring board here just to put in these creases. Just like a faint line, or you just line up, you know, this edge with this edge. And put a little bit of a score mark. Let's fold these in. Now don't glue your envelopes yet or anything, because we're going to be doing something different with them. But it's a good time to go ahead and put these score lines in here and these folds. Let's see, I think I'll do this one on this side so I can make sure I don't score where I've already got these side flaps, because I don't want to get too close to them. There we go. And then we've got the top. Let's see. I didn't press very hard there. There we go. So there's our envelope folded. Let's do the next one, and then we'll hang on to them. We're going to go and get everything cut out. Then we will assemble it. It's super easy. I wanted some way where you could use like a really lightweight, you could have a really lightweight journal to take with you, and that you could swap out the pages or add or remove pages easily. So that's what this one is. You guys let me know in the comments if you made this with cardstock or not, and how it went. Because it was a tough decision for me when I was getting ready to print this out. Like, I don't know, but most envelopes are just, you know, a nice quality weight of paper. They are not super duper thick. So I went with my 32-pound paper. We'll see once it's made if that feels sturdy enough. Okay, so those are good. We'll set those aside. I think that was the only thing we needed the scoring board for. Now these are the pages. And I do have a faint like pink outline on here, so I wasn't sure how much this background would stand out against the white paper. Some things it's hard to tell where the edge of the printed area is. So you can just cut on the pink line, or if you want to save the pink line, cut around it. And I only printed this once, but like I said, print as many of these as you want, or if you fill up these with writing and you need more, then you can always go back and print more. This is a good one for a paper trimmer. It's just straight lines if you have one. My blades always get dull in the like smaller paper trimmers, and it kind of gives me like a rough edge. And I've got that big Fiskars one with like the rotary wheel cutter like you use for sewing, the round blade. But that's a big monster of a thing to pull out to just do one page. So I just stick with my scissors. All right. These we're just going to fold in half. Just line up your corners here. And then the journaling cards. We'll just cut these out. These have rounded corners. You can round them with your scissors, or if you have a corner rounder, it is the medium setting. If you've got one of these with the 3, small, medium, and large. The crocodile, I think it's the smaller one. Because the big one on the crocodile is really rounded, so it's not that one. And there'll be like a couple ways you can use this. If you don't want to make a journal, the idea is to make an envelope journal. But if you just want some pretty envelopes to add to a junk journal, just print out some pretty envelopes. Or you just needed some journaling cards. Like all of these pieces can stand alone to be used in a journal if you don't want to make this particular project. So I try to make my freebies like as versatile as possible, so they'll be useful for more people and more types of journaling situations. Oh, not done. One more piece. Okay, so let's round these corners. If you want to ink your edges, do that now before we start assembling everything. It'll be easier, especially with the envelope. All right, here are all our pieces. Now let's put it together. Okay, you just need some glue to put this together. This is kind of the layout it's going to be. We can go ahead and fold the bottoms up and glue them on both envelopes. That's just like a normal envelope. So I usually will put glue along this edge and then along this edge. Just like that. And we'll I don't want to move them. I already lined them up the way they're going. All right, and so have your envelopes like this, with your flaps to the left, and we are going to do this left one on top of the right one. And let me show you what it's going to look like. We're going to fold that in, and then we've got this flap. We're going to fold this over. This is the cover of our journal. So this is how our journal looks on the front. Here's how it looks on the back, right? Same thing, but when you open, this one will not be glued down. When you open this, you open your journal, and then this is the inside, will look like this. The outside will look like this, okay? So when you do this, make sure your images are both facing up, because it's a little hard to tell on this side of the envelope. And we're just gonna put glue on this flap, and we're just gonna lay this on here. One tip, do not shove it all the way to the fold line or to these edges, because that'll make it a little difficult for it to close. You want to leave a little bit of a gap. Let me ink this so you can see the line, so you can see how far away I'm going from it. Okay, that should help you see it a little better. So I'm going to leave about that much space. But, so don't put your glue that close to the line. And we're gonna put glue all around the edge of the flap. So we want it nice and flat on the back of the journal so it doesn't get caught on anything. And then run along the edge here, but remember, don't go to the line. Leave a little bit of space, like 1/8 of an inch maybe. And now we're going to lay this on here. Just keep it parallel to this line. Turn it over and make sure it looks okay on the back. No glue has seeped out. Okay, and that's the basic structure of the journal. That's all we need the glue for. So put that away. Give it a little time to dry. We don't want it to come apart when we start putting things in. But this is the basic journal, just like this. And I think it works fine in paper. It would definitely be sturdier and like more of a hardcover if you did it in cardstock. And I don't think you'd have any trouble. Just make sure you're putting your creases and your folds in a little bit away from each other so you're not having like double thickness of cardstock trying to fold on each other. But other than that, I think it would work in cardstock too. Let me know if you did it. Okay, so basic, awesome envelope journal. So cute. Now, you can do this however you want, but I want to make it as simple as possible for you guys if you don't have like bookbinding supplies. If you have bookbinding supplies, of course, you can stitch in your signature right here. Poke your holes, do your 3-hole pamphlet stitch here, and then it is like a bound book with 2 pockets on the inside. But I thought not everyone has that, so I wanted to show you. Super easy way to still have your journal pages is just slide them into these envelopes here. They'll stay nice. You can write here, journal here, you can journal here. You can pull them out and work on them. You can do secret things here, no one sees, leave it in here. You can fold it in half and put the whole thing in the envelope if you want. However you want. This is just the way I kind of envision this project going. And then I thought it would be cute. We're gonna tuck one journaling card behind here, it's like the hidden one, and then we're gonna tuck one in here in the pocket so you see it when you open the journaling page. So secret one in the back and this one in the front. You can also glue these journaling cards to the pages too. So many things. That's what I love about like junk journaling. So many ways you can do things. All right, but that's all my first original thought was for how to make this journal. We close that, we close that. There's your journal. Super cute, super small. You can take it anywhere. It's kind of like replaces like a little notebook you would carry in your purse or something. You've got a little bit of writing space, but it's super cute. And you can print out the pages and swap them out. You know, maybe you do like a weekly to-do list or something. Toss it out at the end of the week and print another one and put it in here. Or it'll fit easily inside a pocket, inside a full-size junk journal. So many ideas. So I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. Please make sure you go pick up your freebie. Even if you don't want to make this journal, it's always nice to have some like free envelopes and journaling cards to use in your journals. The link's on the screen at the end of the video and in the description. And I have lots of other freebies on my website too, so be sure to grab a couple other ones while you're there. And check out the other things in the Tea Time collection if this is your style. All right, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.